According to Max Goodman and a lot of other MLB reporters, Bryan Reynolds, Pittsburgh Pirates superstar center fielder, is on the trade block this offseason and could be dealt to a team like the Yankees. So, I'm going to be going over what this could imply and whether or not the Yankees can get him. So, if you want to stay up to date on all the Yankee news, trades, rumors, then subscribe so you don't miss anything. Now, Bryan Reynolds is a superstar. Plain and simple. He's 26 years old, and in his 26-year-old season, he played 159 games, hit .302 with 24 home runs, and a .912 OPS. Did I mention he's a switch hitter? Everything you could want there. Hits for decent average, with some good pop. Also plays good center field, is in the 90th percentile in StatCast's outs above average, so he's a good center fielder. A little bit speedy, but not his main thing. So, if he is put on the trade market, there are going to be teams wanting him. He's a free agent when he's 31, so he has 4 more years of team control. Now, this does mean any team that wants him is going to have to give up a lot of prospects. I know a lot of people were talking about potential Matt Olson trades and how that would really hurt a team's farm. Olson's a star. Reynolds will probably fetch a haul a little less than 2 times what Olson fetches. With the Yankees, they could probably, not saying they should do this, but they could probably get Olson. They give up a top prospect like Volpe, or gave up, say, Oswald Peraza and Luis Gil. You wouldn't need to add too much more to get him. But for Bryan Reynolds, you need to be adding Volpe and Luis Gil to the deal to get him. He is that good and that has that many years of team control. If you like WAR, he put up 6 WAR in 2021. Amazing. That led all center fielders in baseball. Now, this does create a little bit of a dilemma with the Yankees. If they're thinking about trading for Bryan Reynolds or Ketel Marte, another switch-hitting outfielder who has some team control. Because Yankees have Aaron Hicks in their outfield. And Hicks still has 5 more years with the Yankees for $10 million per year. And he's a tough one. Because when Aaron Hicks is healthy and performing, he is one of the most underrated players in baseball. In 2018, he put up 4.4 WAR, which is just 1.5 WAR less than what Bryan Reynolds put up. But my fear is that his best days are behind him. He's had a lot of injury problems. And in 2021, in 32 games, he struggled to hit 200, hitting only 194. I think if the Yankees would release him, there would be some people trying to get him. You could probably make a trade him to a team and say, we'll eat around $3 million of his contract if we give up a mediocre prospect. So I think this is going to indicate a lot about what the Yankees do. If we get a guy like Bryan Reynolds or Ketel Marte, it's going to cost a lot of prospects, and we would need to DFA someone like Hicks, but it would improve the team by so much. Getting a versatile, athletic center fielder who can switch hit. Even getting Starling Marte, who I'm not the biggest fan of, would be a massive increase. It would be a massive player for the team. He's over 40 bags, and this team can do a lot more on the bases. I feel like that's an area where it's a little bit under, there's value there that teams aren't taking in the stolen base. So everyone's focused on the big power numbers, but you have a guy who can just steal bases consistently. It's an underrated tool. So I think this is going to indicate a lot about what the Yankees do, whether or not they trade for a Bryan Reynolds. So that's what I think. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Will the Yankees trade for a Bryan Reynolds, Ketel Marte? Are they going to sign a big free agent center fielder? Tell me what you think.